66, hello. And Sonia, Maggie, Alexis, Julie. So far, I found those ones.
J. Babs, Lori Sue Craig and Clement. I just finally got onto the internet here. Julie Christensen. I think you have most of these other ones. Cindy Faust. Good morning to you. We are windy again today.
Yesterday was, how was yesterday? It was okay.
Yesterday was actually
very windy.
It was windy.
Yeah.
But I still at least got to work in the yard.
So I'm ready to answer your questions.
Deep breath, yes. Babs is asking, will the new House Speaker be able to go after the DOJ to help overturn the New York State guilty verdict? The one, Johnson. Will he be able to go after the DOJ to overturn?
Thank you so much.
The guilty verdict on Trump.
Thank you, group. You are such a treasure for my channel. The algorithms are right away probably are better. Would he be able
to go after the DOJ to help overturn the New York State? Does that have anything to do with the DOJ?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
No. He can kiss me goodbye. I saw more vivid, but I'm just going to say nicely. Because my angel and my spirit guide, they have sense of humor. They are from Poland. So we can't get rid of that. Taking chances, crying over not fulfilling the promise, and everything will be in control of the papers. I don't think.
Trump was just saying that he hopes that the appeals process goes through quickly because he probably wants to take it to the Supreme Court, which they can't touch.
He said that he wants to take to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but I mean, they can't touch it.
No, but he said that he wants.
And so I hope that they do take it through the appeal portion so that they can
put him to jail first.
Yeah.
And he will be going to the parole interview. And as a psychic, I have the feeling that there will be some things that we will learn more about him. Because when he will be going they will interview him.
Mm-hmm.
So they will ask him, is that a real hair or is glued?
I was wondering where you were going with this.
Yeah, they will be asking him how many diapers he needs. They will be asking if he has false teeth. All those things will be asked. I'm just guessing. I never was, but from watching TV serials and so on. And they will ask him how many kids he has, legal or unknown. So he might have to say that. Because I don't know if it's under some, but he will have some obligation to say the truth. There will be something nice to learn. I wish to be that parole officer or his wife. I will pull everything out of my husband. But that's just entertainment only.
This is such a beautiful community. The conversations that carry on.
For entertainment. A girl is calling her best friend. She's on a party and she said, I met such a wonderful guy. He loves kids. He makes so much money. He will take care of me. And her girlfriend, girl, you overdrank yourself. Catch the taxi and come home. Yeah, sometimes we have to joke.
Patty BS3BZ. Someone told me about June 4th being an unusual planet alignment. Is it significant?
June 4th.
yesterday.
I don't see anything really big yesterday. 3 cards.
Yeah, but is the alignment significant? Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, like the cards are right away this way. I keep my cards face down, you see, but if they will be pulled this way, I could pull the one that I want to pull it, and I'm closing my eyes, so I'm not cheating. But something will be in open, will be very easy to reveal, will be easy to predict. Don't you think that that's the way I can read that?
Oh,
So the security, we have to watch for problems with hackers for security. And I think yesterday they had some problems on Wall Street, or 2 days ago, Monday, when
Monday.
we were Monday. We will be just observers, and beginning of something new and adventurous. Today the racket started, Boeing, and great, must be big celebration on Florida for those people who are working there. My aunt was visiting us in the 60s. I was just a kid. And she was so proud of her second husband. She said, I right away changed my name to his name. His name was Kisiel, Kisel. And he was Polish scientist who was working for NASA. And she was so proud. So I can imagine how many proud people are in Florida working for NASA. Because it is the big adventure. Those 2 passengers are there. Are they both ladies?
No idea. I haven't been watching a lot of TV. I'm so tired
I thought
of
that there are. Thank you. Wonder of you with the thank you your attention to
Is FBI Director Chris Wray working to undermine our Constitution and part of J6 planners?
He has a lot of dentations on his car, so he has to, that vehicle has to be changed. A lot of bumps and, scratches and bumps. So eventually he should be replaced. I'm not saying anything. That's what I have seen and what the cards are saying. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Well, he wants to do as good as possible, but he might be king of coins. So eventually the woman should replace him. And we will see everything from different point of view.
Amy 1 is asking, how will the 2024 election be decided? At the ballot box or in courts in the Congress?
I think I said that there will be so much battle in the courts. And I think the courts, Supreme Courts, and that will be a big problem for everyone. Because even if Democrats will win, Trump will never admit that he didn't.
Will Trump make it to the election, though?
It's odd. I thought if Biden wouldn't make to the election.
Yeah, but Trump's health, I'm sure that's going to have some challenges.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
There are watchers of him, so that they are watching him and observing him with the binoculars, but I think he still will be able to make it. This is to me, this time it's represent the bride is not showing up for speech.
On the 27th?
Not speech, for
The presidential debate.
This one, because it was showing. You remember when I had that question? I saw the bride is missing from the picture, and he will think that he will be saying that I can't do this, I can't do that, blah blah blah. He will have excuse.
He's worried about perjury, but he's not under oath.
So this will be just Biden.
So at election time, I mean, there's.
And honestly, I'm sorry, but I have to say it. Today I thought, what if Biden wouldn't make to the election? It's not that you felt the same way about him, about Trump. I thought that would be actually a blessing. Because if that would be happening now, they will find someone new, like Newsom from California, governor, or someone vibrant, new, and the whole country will go for that person, like they were going after Obama.
But if his health is not very good,
they will be camouflaging.
His name will still be on the ballot probably. But then what happens? I mean, he won't be able to.
So BP must be there. Thank you, BP, for coming. But they both will be on the ballots.
They will both be on the ballot.
Yeah.
Elephant Wildlife is asking, will a ceasefire happen as Netanyahu and Hamas only care of their survival, not the hostages or Gazans? Will the ceasefire happen?
And who else?
Hamas.
Hamas. 3 cards.
1, 2.
Eventually the book will be closed, so that eventually they will have to have a peace. When you're closing the book, you finish the book. So that will eventually end it, but we have to give it time. I can't predict how long it will take. Time is not for us, but we have to still wait for it. Angel of Justice, what they put, they will receive. And a lot of casualties, and crying over it. So Hamas, it's weak. They are not popular with his own people. They can't be popular. When the people are seeing what they did, those Hamas people are not popular there. We don't even know if they exist even. Because that's something that doesn't have any voice on the political arena. So I don't think that's the real reason that that Bibi is not finishing it.
Heather, GR8EZEVR, what will happen with the pro-Donald Trump senators that are outspokenly claiming that the Democrats are corrupt and using the justice system to interfere with the election, such as U.S. Senator Mike Lee, Lindsey Graham, etc.?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. My grandfather was because we had few times changes of the power in Poland. And of course, he was very much political, aware of the politics. And I remember I was a kid and I asked him, so what do you think, Grandpa, is that good that they changed the politics? And he said, the new flies will come and they will be sitting on the ass and feeding themselves. So they might get rid of this once the new will come. There is no over the Republican Party is the way that it will be for many years from now on. They will be so hungry to and he said they will change the government. People will love it for a while, but the same dirty things will be played. And that was true. They will be sleeping on it for a while. The judgment will be on them. and the secrets will be coming out. So they might be leaving like the flies, and the new flies will come. Grandpa, thank you. He was my hero. He was always giving me such a wise advices. He was called wise guy in the village. People were coming to him for advices. And to me, he was the smartest person who was talking to me. I could ask him any question. And actually, sometimes he told me things that I didn't even was ready to talk about. Like I was 12 and he is saying, if the boy wants that much, give him that little, he will respect you. You will feel like a queen. Don't give too fast. I was virgin 21 years. But that was, he said.
And then life changed.
And that's true.
Yeah.
You don't feel like a queen after giving up. So that he trained me so well. He said, if there is a problem in the marriage, it's in the bedroom. If you don't know how to control him. And then he would say, God gave you his head between his legs. Control that one. And this one will do whatever you do.
Are you ever spicy today?
And I was 12, 14, and he was giving, 2 times a year he will come. And I was dying to talk to him. No one else was talking to me. And he was saying
about those things, yeah.
About those things. No one was. We had only one book in Poland that we were passing. And I didn't ever get that book because I thought if my mom will find it, then I will be in trouble. So those sexual things were taboo for young kids.
Well, it's a good thing you had him then.
And my grandfather will tell me. He was playing role of my father.
Deanne, DFL Rocks, she wants to know an update about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Are there going to be any charges in her future? What do you see as happening with her in the future?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They will cut her tongue, so they will have to charge her. Even Hunter Biden is charging her for showing his pictures without permission and so on. The same pictures were shown in the court yesterday.
And she showed them to the Congress.
Yeah. It will be about the money. So she is bought by probably Russia. They will have to check that. She will feel very vulnerable. She wouldn't know which direction to go. And they might eventually put a lid on her. They were yesterday, 2 days ago, they put a lid on her. That she was out talking to Fauci and the guy said, no, enough. So someone...
Well, sense certainly doesn't come from her.
Group 66 is asking for, please, Lily, question.
I'm not down that far yet.
Oh, okay. You can only ask Cheryl because I'm not reading those usually. Otherwise, I'm disconnected.
Elephant Wildlife, USA bullied to have Netanyahu speak. Will many Democrats not attend and be disruptive?
So he's coming?
Well, they're trying to have him
speak on the...
to both the House and the Senate.
Skype? On the Zoom?
Well, in person, I thought, still. Nothing's been decided completely yet, but they're not wanting him here. So this person is asking, will many Democrats not attend or attend and be disruptive?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, it will be painful to watch.
So he will be coming?
I don't know what it will be, but there will be a pain in your guts so to watch, so there will be so much trouble. Yeah, the families will show up. It will be dysfunctional, so that's the pain. And stupid, acting disrespectful. And I want to talk about something that I thought about Hunter Biden. I'm sorry. He is answering questions about buying the gun. I think the problem is, I'm thinking like monk.
That's okay.
The problem is with the way they are selling the guns. In Canada, when my husband was applying for a gun several years ago, he was still working, and his best buddy from work, Jack, they both came with the idea to take lessons, how to operate gun, 2 days course, blah, blah, blah. You can't buy the gun like that. You have to take a course. That was not only this. My husband had to have my permission that I'm feeling safe, that he can have a gun, that he is not depressed, that we will be able to store it. At that time, it was not the cabinet.
You're talking about in Canada?
In Canada, yes. At that time, we didn't have to have cabinets, but later they put on us the cabinet thing, and I thought, yeah, do I want to have a cabinet that everyone is seeing? It's an ugly thing, but it had to be under the lock. So, and then my husband has to have permission from someone else, like his best buddy was writing for him and he wrote for his best buddy. That's okay, but they were responsible for each other. And then a doctor. And my husband went to see a doctor for signature that he's not on any drugs, he's not depressed, and he is normal. He is not mentally cuckoo. So I think if that will be the law in USA, less people will be buying. And the doctor said, well, I trust Violetta's judgment. So he signed it. But he knew that Richard was never taking any painkillers. Even after operation, my husband didn't took all those painkillers that they gave him.
Wasn't it Biden who brought in some controls of gun control law? There was somebody in there who did it. And Trump got rid of, that anybody could have a gun.
Okay, the Republicans wants to have a gun because that's the Republican Party is on gun party.
Yeah.
So, but it will be very smart if they will take a sample from Northern Trent.
BP is asking, how will most Americans be feeling the day after Election Day in the U.S.?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
How would you feel if I will put granite in your hand?
In size.
Granite, the
rock?
Not the rock.
Oh.
Grenade.
Oh, a grenade.
Grenade.
Hot potato, yeah.
You will feel very vulnerable, scared, and would like to get rid of one of the people who are in the... So it will be something that will make everyone uncomfortable. Everyone will be asking for the fast result because it's like where to throw that grenade. In Polish, it's granite. And it will be a problem.
And if it came a clear, well, you do the cards first.
Yeah, they would like to have someone who is a leader. And people will feel confused, not knowing which direction to go, and it will be irresponsible.
Because if there is a clear and decisive response that Trump gets in, there's not going to be as much chaos as if the MAGA didn't get their man.
Yeah, and I feel that will be the case, that they will feel that they are a problem.
About the planets lining up, Christine Buckingham says, yesterday, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Juniper all aligned. And Justice Warrior adds, I have had bad luck for the last 2 days, so decided to stay home.
I was so low of energy. Oh gosh, since Saturday, I felt like I'm completely wiped out. So tomorrow I'm going for the shots of B12 to boost me up.
Oh, and then you'll be like an ever ready bunny.
Hopefully.
For a while.
I just want to be that way.
Lisa Davies is asking, will Bill Barr ever get his comeuppance after revoking Michael Cohen's house arrest? Remember when they put him back into prison right away because they wanted him to sign off that he wasn't going to write a book about Trump.
Him and Trump, both of them.
So will there be any repercussions for that?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Biden will have to pull up the pants, and his pants are low below the ankles. So he will have to.
But it's not Biden who does it. It's the
But
DOJ.
he has to talk to his DOJ. It's all the time. We are saying, oh, it's not. Trump was showing us that he can talk.
He did, but he broke everything.
Yeah,
where the president, like Obama, said that he never talked with them.
Garland will have to pull up his pants.
Yeah, Garland will.
Negotiations, so no. Worries, because if I will do to you next one will do this to me. So crying and nothing else. I'm sorry, but the pants will be still low below the ankles. Oh boy, I'm not the nice girl. Well, but I'm seeing what I'm seeing. To me, it is from the top. Garland will be probably more powerful if Biden will be supporting him more.
Group 66 is asking a question, and she lives in what, Denmark?
Yes. Am I correct? Because I'm always Denmark and Holland, but I think Denmark. And how is your puppy, Group 66?
She's talked about the puppy.
Oh, yes?
Can't be alone. Has to be with her. But she has, please pray that the police and the government just told us that we need to be extra prepared, that Russia will hit our infrastructure. Will anything happen to the
And I was
Danish
saying that
infrastructure?
France will be in trouble before. So and England even. When the Olympic will be, I think that will be happening. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see chaos like the one guy who was causing chaos in the supermarket, some mall, and people were running from one floor to another and they were wounded. So there will be something, I don't know if they are Russians, but the job wouldn't be done full time. Everything will be under control of the Belgium's government and beginning of new era of being prepared for everything.
Yeah, you have to be prepared.
Yeah, when you will go to Paris for Olympics, be vigilant, be always so observative. And
do you see any major event happening during the Olympics?
I don't want to scare people.
Okay.
I don't want to scare myself. But there will be, a lot of precautions taken.
AV is asking, please, what are Mike Flynn and his crew planning for after the 2024 election?
Sorry, I was reading over there. So
what are Mike Flynn and his crew planning for after the 2024 election? 1, 2, 3.
To make a lot of money, buying bags for money. So they feel that they will be in the power and they will be buying, being partnership with Trump, telling him that he is wonderful, kissing his, being like in love with him, and he thinks that they will be celebrating the winning and buying, the cowboys had those bags for money. I think that's what he's planning to do.
Do you see Mike Flynn going back to prison?
Okay. It looks like he is in the building and the fire is outside on the veins of some like ivy, poison ivy growing around the building, and they have to evacuate him. I don't know if he will get to the point that he will be in a prison, because it looks like they will have to evacuate him. Maybe the army will take him.
Well, they can be the ones who are charging him because he's defying the Constitution. Right?
Why they didn't?
2,
4 years nearly.
3. I don't know why either.
Because if they didn't do it now, they would not do it in next Kaddish. No, they will be treating him like spoiled rotten kid. He will be spreading his knowledge and educating people. He will be feeling safe, and he will have money from Russia. They know that he was on that party even with Putin, and they don't do anything about it. You remember that party? Stein, thank you, Kathy McLaughlin, thank you. Before 2016, there was a picture of Mike Flynn and Stein, that she was running as independent for independent party. Stein.
Not like a Gloria Steiner's.
I don't remember her first
Does
name.
anybody remember that?
And he was visiting Putin in Russia. Big party, and they both were sitting in the same table. So they have enough information about him. What was the American general doing over there?
Lily Rose has asked.
I like that cartoon from Kathy.
There seems to be a trend. Something is going on with domestic dogs. People are dumping them in the desert and the shelters are overloaded. Can you read on this? It is heartbreaking.
It is. And mine is mixture, half Shih Tzu, half Yorkie, and we have to pay $1,000. She's 7 years now old, but it's not cheap in Canada.
No. So why are people dumping them in the deserts and the shelters? 1, 2, 3.
That's cruel, pure cruel. I don't know why. There is no explanation. That's so hard, desperate. And it is a shaky tower. They will be judged. If not here, they will be judged over there. The law should be, and dysfunctional family who are adopting a dog, buying a dog, or adopting and then they're displacing because they don't know what to do with it. Dog is a part of family, and sometimes the most important. And when she wanted today some help from me, I think she had something in her mouth, like hair.
Mm-hmm.
And she was licking her nose and licking and coming to me and help me. So I was trying to find what is wrong with her mouth. And eventually I gave her something sticky to eat and it went off. But then she was kissing me again. Thank you. And my husband, we both wanted to help her right away, and we can't sit still when she is a little bit suffering. And it was not that she was suffering, but a few days ago she was choking. So we are on alert of everything what she is doing.
Kathy McLaughlin had asked, what do you see Liz Cheney doing in 2028?
I don't hear about her lately.
No, I haven't either.
Okay, she's preparing to make another swim, so she will be jumping to the boat, and she's going to be exercising herself to be in some competition for swimming, like kayaking.
So she's going to run for president?
And who knows what it is, but something she will be doing. And I have to say, in this card, it's tough journey, symbol that the kayak on the and the few swords, 10 swords. So I think she not 10, but 5 or 7. But she will be ready for moving forward. And she has the baggage of the memories of the not being a Trumper. But by that time, they will have enough of him.
I hope they have it soon. Connie Fry's asking, it's wonderful to hear that finally justice has been served and hope jail time for Trump. Do you see any change of young and undecided voters leaning more towards the Democrats now?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They have to grow. They are still eggs in the nest of the bird. So they have to still get out of the egg, gain the strength and fly. They are not undecided. They don't know which way to go. So many of the voters don't want Biden. So many don't want Trump. Both parties are disappointed with the choices that they have to make. Yeah, they will be observers. They might not even show up. They will need to have more support from Kamala Harris. She has to play a role. And she has to express what a good job they are doing. Otherwise, there will be not... Biden don't know how to promote himself.
If he could get his surrogates and others talking about it.
Yeah, but they have to be more aggressive, I think.
I'm hoping they will.
But we are hoping from 2 years from before.
Yeah, but time is not
and
on.
that's the eggs. They have to get out of the shells and then start thinking about flying. Not every egg will be fly. Not every little bird will fly.
Patty Thompson's asking, where did all the money go that was put up for the border wall? It was not used. Did the orange guy steal it? Well, Bannon stole some of it.
Bannon stole.
Well, his trial his sentence is coming up soon.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. Scale of the justice will have to take care of that. Oh, lawyer. They will have to go and for the quieter place, so they will have to remove them. And a lot of the people from the Republican dysfunctional family will be in trouble. Yeah, the money is a powerful thing, and they should actually be already charged. Jill Stein. Thank you so much, Jill.
That's good. Thank you for responding to that.
Yeah.
Lily Rose is saying Biden had to shut the border because of an overpopulation of people there. What will be the result of this?
Well, of course, Democrats are saying too late. Republicans are saying it's not enough. So there will be that response. But
1,
that's
2, 3.
okay. The hunters are following the footsteps when they are following the animal. So it will be easy to follow the people who are crossing the border.
Mm-hmm.
And today they were showing on CNN that the bus stopped. They came in, the bus stopped on this side of the border, put them on the bus and took them back to Mexico.
Well, Biden said he's working with Mexico.
Mexican. And yeah, they have a new president and lady.
I don't think she's sworn in until October 1st.
Yeah, but they will be, and that will be collaboration with both countries. He will try to be noble as possible, Biden, and going to the, they will need those workers for fields, so they can't completely disconnect themselves from the work, but there will be 2,500 a day letting them in. It will be more under control. Nothing was really done for 3.5 years.
Larry Summerlin asked, do you see hurricane crossfire files at Bedminster brought there by Mark Meadows? This was the FBI's code name for the counterintelligence investigation into links between Trump's presidential campaign and Russia, and whether individuals associated with his campaign were coordinating knowingly or unknowingly with Russia's efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential campaign. Did Mark Meadows take those?
The documents when he was burned them
You
because
thought
he was burning some.
Yeah, but you also thought that Mark Meadows gave them to a woman.
His sister or his mother, or wife. I don't know if it was wife, but I thought the mother or sister. He doesn't trust wife that much, but he might. Divorce is divorces, but with family you might be stuck. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
He's eating them one by one like Trump was eating some papers. He doesn't want them to reach the public. So he is destroying them very slowly. He just wants to be in a good relationship with Trump, as good as possible, beginning of new adventure for him. But he might hide them. He might hide them in some box under the ground. So everything is possible.
Are any of those, because there are copies made.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of those copies at Bedminster?
3 cards.
1.
You think with Ivana?
Well, they haven't raided that place yet.
They didn't, and I was telling so long ago that to go there. He took the boxes there.
Yeah. 2, 3.
And that's what worries me about Garland, because married Garland, that things should be done.
But that's still Jack Smith.
But it is up to Garland to give him permission to do it. And Jack Smith is active enough, but it has to come from the top. Yeah, the devil game. Taking chances. Heartbroken. Cheating, symbol of cheating. So something is not completely right. And I said that and I said about the safe in the hiding place in Trump's bedroom, and then they have something like this in Bedminster. Can't they?
And you said there were things behind the walls, and yes, there were.
It was behind the wall, and they were searching that place, and they couldn't find because the TV was standing on some cabinet, on some dresser. Yeah, how hard it is to check for.
Jade 316 is asking, why is Democratic Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib representing Michigan, also a Palestinian immigrant and Muslim? Why does she continue to blame President Biden instead of Bibi Yahoo, which is our name, your name, or Hamas, for Israel-Gaza war?
Well, she can't blame Biden for the war, but she can blame him that he was not right away standing for he was friend with Bibi at the beginning. And that's her problem. She started hating him, and that's the reason. But Biden changed his opinion, and he wants to go on the right side of the history, so she should change her mind as well. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Why the kids are always accusing mother of something wrongdoing? Not
You have
father.
to blame somebody.
They would rather blame mother than father.
Mm-hmm.
Because fathers are fathers. They are never mature enough. So they are blaming Biden because he is the mother of the country. He should work much stronger at the beginning, but at the beginning he was in partnership, and it is that he can't open his mouth freely because his donors are not on his side. So Biden has his hands tied up. And she knows more than we do because she is getting those inside informations.
Your girlfriend Beverly is asking, will Simone Biles be able to maintain her competitive frame of mind and her emotional to be successful at the Olympics. She's a gymnast. She was just
I
awarded.
remember, yeah.
Yeah, she's
And
amazing.
she was so scared that she quit.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And she gave up, but then she won again next time. So 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
You know, they are putting the powder on hands before they start.
Mm-hmm.
And I see her trying to put the powder and then thinking, no, I'm not ready. So she might think, but she's now older. So she might be postponing something. She might leave. The cards are saying that she will leave. Queen of Love, it's better to leave when you are loved than when people are upset with you. And that will be for security reasons.
So she may not be participating?
She might not. It's every 4 years, it's meaning a lot in that age, and she's not a kid anymore. She was so wonderful, and the last time she won, but she was ready. But she missed one opportunity, and they were furious at her that she gave up. And her stress is, at least she put face on what the stress is for those Olympians.
There's a comment here from Patrice Wright. I have no idea how you remember this. She says, Cheryl, happy birthday for your birthday coming up in the next few days. It's on Saturday. And yes, Justice Warrior, I am a Gemini.
And she's putting up with Leo.
Putting up. Well, if we were twins at one time, I guess I have to. I wonder what sign we were at that time.
Always Leo, always Leo. And 2 of us.
Maybe Gemini, sign of the twins.
Thank you, Lily Rose. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, whatever sign. And I know somehow we were able to, maybe Pisces. There's a symbol of twins. One going
Rose.
one way and another. Pisces are nice too.
Numero uno fan UD. With so much flooding and rising water levels in the south and eastern coasts of the U.S. and with so much drought in the southwest region of the U.S., will a private company ever begin to transport seawater from the U.S.'s Gulf Coast or Atlantic Ocean to the southwest states of Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, etc.?
They need the water because they will have fires, those states that you mentioned. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Eventually they will do it. I see someone walking on the walkers, so it is help.
Slow and steady.
Yeah, slow and steady, and it's helpful. It's practical, maybe not glamorous, but you know, it's better to walk with the walker than fall down. So right now they are sabotaging themselves. They think, oh, we can't do this, and that's not true. They will be struggling, and because of the battles, then they will be in the fires and so on. They will eventually put the law that they have to put some pipes, and like they can do this with oil, they can do this with water.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the water, it's salty. They have to make sure that it's not going to corrode the pipes. But they will do eventually. They, like most of the adult kids, when we are very old, we have to walk on the walker.
Mm-hmm. Not all of us.
Not all of us. No, sometimes people are 100 years old and they are not walking on the walker. My mom had one. And your mom had wheelchair eventually.
Yeah, cane walker, wheelchair. Mm-hmm. Oh, Patrice Ray birthday is the same day as mine. That's why she said it.
Happy
birthday. No. Oh, you said you were going to sing. Oh, yes.
I was trying to be a waitress for one day in Canada. And it was a good restaurant. The tips were great. And then they asked me to sing Happy Birthday.
And they quit that tradition then after that?
No, I quit. I said, no. Oh, so ask your friend to do it. And they were all busy and they didn't want to come to my table to do it. I said, I can't do it. I can't make fun of myself and I'm not drunk. And no one else is drunk.
Yeah, well, you've never been drunk either.
No. And it was, I was singing when we were going for the, in Poland, it's so popular to go for group camping.
Mm-hmm.
And going from one place to another. My husband was carrying his guitar and backpack and tent, and I was carrying my little backpack. And he was holding my hand because I was such a loser. And then we were singing by the fire. I was singing. I thought, oh, no one can hear me. I love to sing, but I'm lousy.
Doesn't matter. If you're enjoying it, doesn't matter.
The elephants step on my ears.
There's quite a few birthdays.
And then the other was affected.
There's quite a few birthdays here on Saturday as well. Happy birthday to you as well. Crisscross says, I don't have birthdays.
Well, in Poland, we never celebrated birthdays. Now I think they do, but not when I was growing up. No one was talking about age. You know how much better it is when you don't know how old your parents are, how old you are. And
well, they did a study once. They went to a country that nobody kept track of age, and it's still around that country. Nobody knows how old anybody is because they don't acknowledge birth dates. And these people, because of their connection to each other, and nobody knows the age, they don't have ageism, where they say you're too old to be doing this. So they're very, very up there in age.
Yeah,
if we kept track of it.
Can you imagine?
And they're having a wonderful life.
There was time that there was no mirrors. You had to go to the lake and imagine that you are pretty or not, or polish the silver to have kind of dysfunctional face. So, well, maybe the time was better that time when people didn't have the stigma how they look.
Yeah, well, we're working really hard on trying to get rid of the ageism. World Health Organization is, because that's the cause of all the problems, yeah. Because as we age, everyone ages and goes through a different stage of life, and we have different stages of life. So let's enjoy each one of them and don't detract from anyone being valuable. Mm-hmm. There's a last question here that I'll ask before we
finish. Okay.
Carry on. SKROBIS, now that we have been enlightened about how politics works, will those of us for whom the veil is being lifted change how politics will be structured in the future? As we learn this stuff, will we change how?
Sorry, you have to repeat me because I was thinking about completely something different. I'm like Biden probably zooming out.
I don't think he zooms out. Now that we have been or are being enlightened, because we're learning so much about politics, mm-hmm. For those of us for whom the veil is being lifted, I think it's being lifted for most everybody, some are rising quicker than others, will we change how politics are structured? Will it make a difference?
3 cards.
1.
I can talk about myself.
2.
I'm disappointed about politics, about politicians. I'm disappointed. I'm not very trusty about that. I think, oh, you are just a puppet in the hands of someone else's. So that's upsetting me that I don't have the trust in the politicians. You think that the grass is greener somewhere else, not in where you are. The laws should be different, but they are not, and they have so much power to control, and this is non-stop battle for people to trust.
But you know what I really appreciate is because the information is shared so quickly around the world, we are educating ourselves. Like, I have learned so much about politics from what's going on in the US. Before, I didn't really care too much about that. But then I now see how it's translated to our province.
And, I think that that's for sure. And it is something that we are learning, and we know, oh boy, it's worse than here sometimes, and we are happy that it's not as bad in Canada than it's in other countries. So we appreciate.
But it's gaining a foothold, and so we have to keep vigilant.
Keep eyes on what those new pro-Trumpers are trying to do in Canada. Yes, so, and I have to say, as much as I don't like Trump, he led me to learn so much about politics. I was not interested. I was vigilant.
There's always good in there for everything.
There is always good outcome, and I wouldn't be where I am if it wouldn't be for Trump. So I said, thank you, Trump.
Well, it's like I sent you a thing here recently because I'm very disappointed in where our Conservative Party is moving in Alberta. And so I wrote my MLA a letter. You read the letter. And I was very blunt about it, just saying that I hope that the NDP win by landslide and that they they become the party opposition for many, many, many decades. But now our premier, she's very much, she's sort of a MAGA She had Tucker Carlson up here, met with him twice. And the talk is
what to do. So he's kind of,
and he's working on culture and keeping everything the same. And you're white and you don't want anybody else in, and all the rest of his stuff going on. But now she hooked up with the Oilers in the finals.
Oh yeah,
for
she
hockey.
thinks that she can even predict how much they will win or whatever.
And she had a bet with Abbott, Governor Abbott, who's
from
like far right,
Texas.
And now she has one with DeSantis. She's not finding anybody who's middle ground. She's going after all the ones who are extreme right, because that's who she aligns with. So I am looking forward to this next.
And she wants to change our medical system.
Yeah, before she was elected, she had wanted to put in that for our medical care, because we have universal health care. But she wanted to change it where they'd put up an account, a medical account, and I don't know, $248 or whatever, and said that it would pay for maybe one doctor visit a year. And then you could go into your savings or ask your friends for help, but she would stop it just before you've declared bankruptcy. And now she's dismantling our healthcare system.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of...
You can go broken because you are sick.
Yeah.
So go and commit a suicide.
But she has created in us, for many, many of us, because she keeps on doing these polls and then ignores everything that Albertans say. And then she moves ahead on it. And then lots of times she has to backtrack and apologize. So,
and even in her party, they are saying, oh,
they're divided.
They are divided.
They are divided, which is, not much different than the United States. So I really appreciate everything that people in other countries who are like the United States who are going through the extreme of this, even to, Israel going through with Netanyahu and the Russians. We're all people, and it's these leaders who have these crazy ideas.
That's what I was saying. And then they feel that they have to do whatever their bosses behind the scenes want them to do. And
yeah, it is really crazy. Mm-hmm. There's some prayers here as well. Patty Palmer is having her hip replacement again. We already said that. We'll keep her in mind. User KV3WH7JU80 asking for prayers for Jackie, who is having surgery in the Sunshine State. May it go well. Trini Patsy asked for prayers for her mom, who is so sweet and has dementia. Prayers also go out to you as a caregiver and a family member, and when you have somebody, a loved one with dementia. You need support of us as well.
It is affecting the whole family. That person, if has a good family, it's not even feeling that it's affecting them as much as the family. The family is suffering more than that person.
Well, I was a caregiver twice for somebody with Alzheimer's and dementia. But what's interesting, the caregivers need the support and the strength as well. And then I was nicely told one time that for an Alzheimer's or for even dementia as it progresses, that when they're not with us and then all of a sudden they have a moment of clarity, it's because they're on the other side and they're waiting for their body to catch up. And they pop back into their body and they recognize things. I thought that was nice to be able to think about.
And I think every family is kind of affected. There is no family that wouldn't have.
Trini Patsy also asked for prayers for her Uncle Bogey, who has given up on life. He thinks he's a burden on his children. No life is.
But it has to be that what we choose for.
But we choose our exit point.
Yeah.
Lily Rose asked for prayers for the new president, Sheinbaum of Mexico. Fran 1066 asked for prayers for Rob Burrows' family. Rob was a rugby player who had motor neurons disease and unfortunately has lost his fight for life and leaves a wife and children, parents and friends who supported him through the illness. And for everybody else who's going through that, where they've lost somebody through illness or are going through illness. Maggie Zeal has put in today's prayers, husband's cousin and nephew, both with cancer. His aunt is also not well.
And for Felipe and Christina, that they will be successful with the way they want to approach that illness, and that will help them to be, that Felipe will be cured. All the best.
And just a comment here, artist Liz, please Canada, don't let MAGA types in your country. They're already here.
They are.
But they're getting fired up and emboldened just like they were in the United States with Trump.
And some people, they love them.
Well, they're finally able to voice, but then they try to control the majority.
They are talking to people's pockets sometimes, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what is buying them. They don't think about future of the country. They are just thinking, oh, today I will make more money and I will be more successful.
Well, it's like in the news today. I mean, Epoch Times, they started to send us messages too on email, but it's a far right conservative group, and now they're being charged with money laundering. There's just so much disinformation out there. So, think for yourselves and decide what's right. And again,
go with your conscience.
Yeah.
I'm praying for strength and resistance to those who are wrong.
But there is no really right or wrong. It's just everybody has a different opinion.
Yeah, but when you think that they are destroying the earth, that's wrong. So that they can't be right because they are thinking about today, profit not for the future. Mm-hmm. We have to think about the bigger picture to have a wonderful universe. Our earth will survive, and we have to pray for peace and stability and love.
And remember, as Change of Scenery has written, be ethical.
Be ethical. Yeah, that's what it is, your consciousness.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And tomorrow at 1:00, Sybil, it'll be alive.
Yeah, I hope I don't have a problem with the internet.
Anyways, she'll talk to you soon.
See you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That can go off.
This one?
Yeah, do that first.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. Yeah, end the stream first.